Thanks, Jay. Welcome, Tommy. I'm Randy. I'm an alcoholic.
Randy.
And really grateful to be here today, Saturday, beautiful Saturday. The reason that I'm here is because I have a disease called alcoholism. And I haven't drank alcohol for a very long time, but I still have the disease. It centers in my mind. And the way that the disease affects me is that I have an unsatisfiable, fault-finding, opinionated mind. And that mind is always in a hurry. It has an infantile ego, and it's always in a hurry, and it's easily frustrated, and it can't stand the word no. And so in the day that I'm in with that kind of a mind, I have a very hard time forming a true partnership with another human being a man amongst men, or a man amongst men and women, or just functioning in the day that I'm in, because I have a mind that's terminally unsatisfied and unsatisfiable. Even when I get exactly what I want in the day that I'm in, my mind changes the rules. It says, that's good. We need that plus this. So it's a character. You know, one of my mentors said that alcoholics are takers. We're takers. We're always looking for what we can get out of life, out of every experience. I go to a meeting to get. I go to work to get. Everything is to get. And I'm a taker. And what Alcoholics Anonymous, the way of life of Alcoholics Anonymous teaches me to be a giver. Step 7 is where that starts to happen, where I humbly ask him to remove my shortcomings, where I fall short of being the man that God wants me to be in the day that I'm in. That's what I'm falling short of. And as a taker, I'm always falling short of that, because my understanding of my higher power is that it's all giving, all loving, all knowing, all knowledge, all power comes from that higher power. So I don't need anything. If I'm connected to my higher power, everything I need is being given to me in the day that I'm in. So there's nothing that I need to take from anybody else or from any situation, because that power that is all power and all knowledge is giving me all power and all knowledge right now in this moment. So everything that I need for this moment is being supplied. So we've read the Tebow papers. We read the Surrender versus Compliance, and we read Ego Factors in Surrender, and now we're reading 60 to 63, as that's where we're at in this part of the step study. This is a step study group. It's sort of a step study group, but studying for how to do the steps today, right now, not how to do them so I can be better some other day, but right now. And so we've been reading 60 to 63, and the last paragraph we read last week was the one that Steve just read, that ends with, I have to have God's help. I cannot get rid of my selfishness and my self-centeredness on my own power. I cannot live up to my moral and philosophical convictions galore on my own power. If it's going to happen, I'm going to have God's help. And that is the end of step 1. At the end of step 1, I realize that I have to have God's help, because I can't live to good purpose with my mind on my own resources. I can't have the kind of life that I need to be sober. On my own resources, I am restless, irritable, and discontent at the end of the day, or right now, all the time. And so I have to have God's help. So the next paragraph, we'll read the next paragraph, and then sure.
This is the how and why. What?
It's on page 62.
Yeah, this is how and why.
Yeah, no, that's right. I'm just letting people know. Page 62 in the big book. And we read everything in first person, in the I.
This is the how and why of it. First of all, I had to quit playing God. It didn't work. Next, I decided that hereafter in this drama of life, God was going to be my director. He is the principal. I am his agent. He is the Father, and I am his child. Most good ideas are simple, and this concept was the keystone of the new and triumphant arch through which I passed to freedom.
So I'm just going to talk about that paragraph for 1 second, and then the meeting will be open and for sharing on your experience with this paragraph as a way of life in the day that you're living in, like today. But so I have to have God's help, and this is the how and why of it. First of all, I have to quit playing God. I play God. I try to figure everything out in my mind. I try to restore myself to sanity by getting the right answer to whatever problems I see is happening in my life. That's me playing God, trying to figure it out, trying to restore myself to sanity. Because I think if I get the right answer and I can figure out what it is, that if I work it out the way that I think it should work out, then I'll be happy. But with the unsatisfied mind, even when I get exactly what I wanted, I'm not happy. So I have to quit playing God. Why? Because it doesn't work. It doesn't work. It's pretty simple. It just, my life when I play God doesn't work. So now I'm going to let God be the director. So the director shows up at the set of a movie. I used to want to be one. No, I still do. I still want to be an actor. I went to Tom Bosley's daughter's wedding. And at Tom Bosley's daughter's wedding, he got up to give a speech to the audience. And I mean, it was everybody who's anybody in Hollywood was there. But his brother-in-law is Lee Bonaventura, he was the president, I think, of Paramount at the time. He was the co-president of Paramount Pictures at the time. And I was videotaping the wedding. I wasn't a guest. And but he gave his speech to the wedding. And at the end of his speech, he said to his son-in-law, Lee Bonaventura, the president of Paramount or whatever it was, he says, Lee, I don't want you to think of me as just a father-in-law. I want you to think of me as an employable actor. And I thought, wow, that is so true and so pathetic at the same time, right? That you would, at your daughter's wedding, still be pimping yourself as an actor. But that's how I am. Every opportunity to advance myself, I want to make sure that everyone knows. So if any of you are producing anything, it's not a joke. But God is the director. So if I was to show up at a movie, I would have a script. And hopefully I would have read the script and I would have learned my part and I would have known what my character is. But I see like this thing of life. God's the director. I'm showing up to the set, but I don't have a script. I don't know my lines. I don't know my character. I don't know why I'm here. I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing. I have an open mind. I show up with an open mind. And so I walk on the set and they say action and somebody says, how you doing? And I got to look at the director and say, how am I doing? I don't know who my character is. I don't know who I'm supposed to be today. How am I doing? And he says, you're doing good. Tell him you're doing good. I'm doing good. And every single thing that I do, I have to trust and rely on that actor to give me, I'm that director, to give me the line, tell me where to go, tell me who these people are in relationship to me and why they're saying what they're saying. So that is the relationship if I was to break it down. If God is the director today and I'm the actor and I don't have the script, I have to keep reaching out to that director saying, how would you have me respond to that? Who would you have me be today? What's my part? What would you have me do? And then show up and do that to the best of my ability. Continually checking in with the director. Am I doing okay? How am I doing? Is this what you want? Am I supposed to pick that up now? As a way of life, that's me stopping playing God and knowing, because I think I know what I'm supposed to do all the time. And not knowing, having a not knowing attitude, an open mind to this being the right moment and you being the right character in this show and me having to interact with you, with a new director. So that's the actor-director relationship. The next relationship is he is the principal, I am his agent. The agent represents the principal. So my job is to represent my higher power on this planet. So how am I doing today, God? Am I representing you well? Am I the kind of man that you would want to have as your representative? Or am I a selfish, self-centered, egotistical maniac trying to get all the pleasures I can out of life with no regard to anybody else and anything else? So that's the second relationship. And then the third one is father and son. In a father-son relationship, or father-daughter, or a parent-child relationship, the parent provides everything that the child needs. A good parent. In a loving and careful way, right? You don't just give your kids everything that they want just because they want it. But when my daughter is appreciative of what she's getting, I want to give her more. When there's gratitude involved, I'll give her everything. When she's unsatisfiable and she's just taking and taking and taking and there's no gratitude, I get tired of giving. And I'm human. I'm not comparing myself to God. But I'm in the father-daughter relationship, I have that experience and I think, wow. So I believe that my higher power, if it is my father, wants me to have everything. And the more gratitude I have, the more I'm open to being open to having more. And the less gratitude I have, the more closed off I am from that flow happening. So most good ideas are simple. Every one of these is simple, right? I can wrap my mind around the actor-director scenario and the principle and the age, and I can look at my life at any time and go, wow, how am I representing my higher power today? Am I being the man that I think my higher power wants me to be? Or am I doing whatever the hell I want? So that's my take on this paragraph as a way of life in the day that I'm in going forward, right? Am I making an effort to connect with the director? Am I being an agent? And am I being a grateful son? So the meeting's now open. If you'd like to talk about your experience with that, please share it. If you have a question, ask a question. Thank you for letting me share.
I got a question.
Sure, sir.
Steve, these are just some